Hi, glad to see you on my channel. Please support it by giving likes, subscribing, and leaving comments. It's just for you, and it motivates me to create more content. Enjoy watching. Today was a busy day at the university. There were a lot of classes, and the economics professor assigned us a partnership project. For the next class, we had to prepare an abstract and a presentation on a topic related to our thesis. Since the deadline was the next day, we only had one evening to get everything done. I should say that I was paired with Ethan, a guy who had liked me since freshman year. But I had been in a relationship since the beginning of college, so I never paid attention to his feelings. In order to make the work deadline, Ethan suggested we go to his house and do a quick study session. I agreed because we had no other options. But I told my boyfriend that I was working with a classmate and I was going to her house so he wouldn't worry. 3 hours passed and we were still working. It was already 10:30 p.m. and I hadn't eaten anything all day. Ethan got up and headed to the kitchen to make us something to eat. Not wanting to sit around doing nothing, I decided to help him. We took a short break, broke away from studying, and had a snack. Time flew by, and before I knew it, it was 11 p.m. I quickly packed my things and got ready to call a cab to go home. Ethan offered to drive me instead of taking a cab. He drives a big red car, and I've always liked it. I'd wanted to drive it for a long time, so I didn't think twice about it and accepted his offer. I lived about 40 minutes away, so we took a long drive and talked a lot. During the ride, Ethan seemed very sweet and funny to me. A few kilometers from my house, we stopped suddenly. I asked why we had stopped. In that moment, I realized that Ethan was taking a step toward me. Despite my past rejections, his feelings for me had clearly not diminished. He looked different today, not at all like he did at the university. He was wearing tight jeans and a white t-shirt that showed off his athletic build. I noticed dozens of missed calls from my boyfriend on my phone, but something in me couldn't resist Ethan anymore. Ethan got out of the car and headed for the trunk. After a few minutes, he motioned for me to join him. To my surprise, he had a little surprise, a box of my favorite chocolates and a bottle of wine. I was stunned and wondered how he had guessed to prepare all this. His answer stunned me. "You've been mine for a long time. You just didn't realize it. I know what you like, what you love. I've been waiting for the right time to be alone with you. What surprises me is that you didn't even resist." We drank the wine, and I started to relax. Ethan took the initiative, walking me to the back seat and settling me into his lap. At that moment, I couldn't hold back any longer. I surrendered.